All right. Put this over here. I don't know why this thing is doing all that. All right, cool. Welcome back. We are back at it again with some more modeling streams and whatnot. Today we are going to organize the UVs. Now I want to go ahead and preference and go over what the hell's happening, alright? Because I feel like I haven't talked about it in a good long while. As in last stream, I haven't talked about it one bit. So this game is supposed to be a secret. I will never disclose the theme, type, genre, or platform on purpose, maybe on accident, who knows. You have the full range of ability to try and trip me up, try and get me to reveal some shit through, questions or just passively talking. Alright, not gonna be upset, not gonna be mad. hardly embarrassed because, you know, I'm streaming this entire goddamn game. I wouldn't be surprised if something gets fucking leaked. You know? I mean, I mean, there's a whole entire, about 30, 50 hours of leakage on my goddamn YouTube channel on the 3D Sandwich VOD, so, I mean, I ain't gonna be too sad about, something being leaked, alright? I ain't gonna be too pressed. So, you know. Hold on. Cool. So, this is what we're doing today. So, in the last stream, we worked on this character's UVs, and we got it down pretty significantly. And I hit the fucking... This is also gonna be a real good fucking, we call it a real live example of why not to trust the goddamn fucking the automated tools and programs like Maya, Blender, and whatnot, is because of the fact that when we went up into the UV toolkit here and we did the layout tool, we got in this. We got this right here, and I modified the settings, you know, got it. We have it up to 4K, fucking non-overlapping, and made everything, you know, decent when it comes to how it lays that stuff out. Honestly, could probably put this on. Oops, put this on 10, just because. Let's try it. Let's try this actually. Yeah, no, that's not good. It's not good at all. So this is what's gonna happen. I am... Ooh, it rains. Thank you for the follow, rains. Thank you. So, this is what we're gonna do. I am going to basically organize the UVs. I will set up the rig. The rig is actually pretty decent, honestly. Like, I'm surprised how well the rig, or how well the rig automatically binds to the skin. Like, I'm actually able to move some of the limbs without much errors in the model itself, so I'm happy about that, you know. Always happy for, you know, we call it, for this stuff to do stuff on its own pretty neatly. But yeah, today I plan on doing the UVs, and I might get down to the texturing work. I don't know. It'll really depend on how long the high poly bake takes for this character. But let me go ahead and pull that up, by the way, because we call it we've been on this character for a long time. We did the retopology like over the course of like we call it, I want to say 2-3 weeks or so of streaming, by the way. A lot of times in this sphere, I am more often not streaming the content that I am working on, more than working on it, basically, because there is an entire other half to this project, which I won't show you guys. There is the 3D aspect, then there is the other aspect of the game. The other aspect, which would reveal everything about the game, alright, which I don't plan to stream, at least anytime soon. Eventually I will, but, you know, basically what I'm saying is, the models that I work on are on stream are primarily the models that I work on indefinitely throughout the week for this game. So if I stream like 15 hours a week or so, I think I'm actually doing like a good solid 9. But, or 9 minimum, basically. But if I stream for 9 hours a week, then I'm working on this project 9 hours a week, basically. Until I finish that other half of the, other half of the game. But yeah, this is the high poly that we baked onto the low poly. And we did a little bit of a test bake in, we call it, in Substance Painter to make sure that we could, hold on, get this thing working. Hold on, let me go ahead and switch monitors real quickly. It's gonna be a black screen for a little bit. Let's see here. I'm trying to pull up the bake, because we did a test bake basically where I essentially, let's see here. Hold on. I shall change the screen. Hold on. God. One of the, not complications, I would say, but the quirks of, like, using screen captures, of, like, capturing specific monitors or screens is, like, we call it, I always have to pick and choose, you know, which screen I broadcast, right? And a lot of times, if not most of the time, it just picks a random screen to, like, try and work off of it. I'm like, are you serious? But anyway, let me go ahead and pull up the branch texture, the test bake we did, because it actually turned out pretty damn neat. Oh shit, sorry, turned out pretty damn decent, honestly. We did do a automatic bake for the automatic UV thing in Maya, which is not acceptable in a final texturing situation, but this was just for a test bake. Our UVs are now perfect. But yeah, this is what it turned out to be. Let me go ahead and just modify this a little tiny bit, give it the good old, I want to say what I typically do with my models right out the gate. So let's go ahead and go to the branch, go down, let's actually just leave the AO up, and get that AO map, put that on, go and get a generator, and sometimes I like to go around and just fiddle with these generators, because, like, we call it, sometimes the best way to, like, get detail out of your model is to literally just mess with this, you know? Just mess with it and see what happens, basically. Let me go ahead and do this. Go down to height and lower that a little bit. Height is very, I want to say, it's very picky, basically. But anyway, so this is, it'll be a lot better once I actually get the the better UV'd model in here. But this is what the high poly will look like on the low poly bake. Which, by the way, for those who don't know, what it means to bake a high poly onto a low poly is we're taking the details that we sculpted on a high poly model and baking those details onto a low poly model through normal maps, ID maps, ambient occlusion, curvature, thickness, and all that fancy stuff. That's basically what baking is in modeling base. That's how you get those unique details that look like there are other models within a model, basically. If you ever go to if you ever play like a open world game like Grand Theft Auto or possibly what's that one game? Red Dead Redemption 2. Any game, or even Spider-Man, let's just give an example. That's the best example I can think of. Like, if you look at the buildings, right? A lot of those buildings are just flat, like literally. But with ambient occlusion, with normal maps and everything else here, it can very well have that distinct look of something high poly, or high quality, right? That is the work of high polys being baked onto the low poly. So there is a high poly building with all those fancy ass fucking windows and whatnot and all that crap, right? But they just bake it onto a low poly. Which is literally just a box with possibly some curvature, some bevels on the side of the building. Basically, it's basically just a giant rectangle or whatever. But yeah, so I'm going to this. I'm gonna go ahead and go into our. Hold on, stop this from moving. I'm gonna go ahead and go into our UVs and just start modifying. If you notice, it's less broken up. We have way less pieces, which is what you want to have in UVs. You also want to have these things be flat as possible. Let me go ahead and hide this thing. And we'll be able to see that most of the boxes here, they are pretty straight for what we want, really, you know? That is what we want. We also want every piece here to be at a decent size comparison between each other. So it's very important that we keep the size of everything as it is. If I was doing a character model with clothing or whatnot, we could very well just take the clothing and make it its own, like, pixel density, right? Because if we're making something like a character who is going to be primarily seen from the front, and we're never going to see the character from the back, we could very much well have the UVs in the front of the model take up more polygon or more UV space to create more details in the back, because simply, if they're not going to be if the character or player, not character, if the players are looking at the character from the back, we can simply just, you know, use less polygons on the back, basically. What I'm trying to say is, if you have a model that is going to be sort of like gonna have like add-ons, like clothing or whatnot, it's easier to kind of like pick and choose the pixel density of each shell. We call these UV shells, by the way. But when it comes to this model specifically, because it's all one boy, it's all one guy, we gotta have this thing be as equal size as possible, basically. So that is the shtick of this character model. This guy is, of course, a monster. He's an enemy. His entire scope is that this man is a walking dead tree, which can form his arms, his wooden arms, in anything he wants, weapon-wise, and I would say melee weapon-wise. He can shoot out like little tiny wooden darts, but you know, this guy's primarily like a melee class style monster. But you know, he's cool, he's great. First monster in the game that I'm going to be finishing up on stream before we move on to the next monsters. Which, by the way, we have tons of monsters, tons of humans, everything else to get through. And I plan to go through all of them live, as much as possible. But yeah. Anyway, so let's go ahead and just start filling this box in. Basically, we have to fill in, like, this box here where these green lines are. This green and red line. This is our vicinity. This is the vicinity of what we have to fill. Alright? So I'm going to do this for now. I'm going to go ahead and make damn sure that the pixel density is the same. See here. Good. Calculate density. Vision 0. Alright. Let's see here. So let me go ahead and do this. Alright. If that's load in. The reason why we want to have the pixel density down, or set the pixel density, is that it creates a solid amount of a solid amount of pixel density across all shells, basically. And what that will do for us is it will allow us to basically make each UV shell, each one of these UV shells, its own we'll call it equal pixel density to the rest of the shells here. Essentially, it's like, you know, doing that for us instead of us having to like go back and forth, you know, making sure everything is all good to go. Comes to we call it the pixel density, right? Because let's say we have this lump right here. It has a lot of fucking polygons. Has a lot of fucking pixels into it, right? More pixels than the rest of the model. This is going to be very odd, right? Because this bump right here is going to be way more detailed than the rest of this character. That is why we want to have the pixel densities for each thing here to be of size. And also, even if we can't finish Kata, it's best to try and fill in the entire box here, basically. But let's say we can't do that. Let's say to do that with these, or with this, let's say we're only able to fill up only like a small portion of this box with these UV shells, right? That is perfectly okay. One of my methods, alright, when it comes to doing UVs, is always work from the bottom corner and go up, alright? Reason being is because you can always stretch these, let me get the, binding to corners, tool out. Alright, snap. Alright. The reason why I always go from the corner is because you can easily just take the, or take the sum, or highlight everything, press D, and then just move the gizmo down to the corner and just, you know, increase the size of, you know, everything, you know. That's why I always do it from the corner, because you can easily just extend it out to be as close to the other top corner as possible over here. That's just the synopsis of what that is, and the reason why I do that. Anyway, so let me go ahead and do this real quickly. I want to have this as well be as convenient as possible for myself. So, what I plan to do is... Alright. I would absolutely love to have everything be upright. So let me go ahead and move this to the side. Let's move right here, actually. So one of the one of the quirks of my setup here, my computer setup, is that I am using a 34-inch monitor. So everything on, like, this side is, like, or on the right side is, like, 2 feet down from me. So if you ever see me, like, having all my, lists on this side, that is because of the sore fact that, I can see it better over here on the left side than on the right side. And, the reason why I bring that up is because I always see a lot of people, I mean, one of the things people ask me about modeling is, like, what is my, like, monitor setup, basically. Because I feel like, I don't know, people have told me that my monitor setup is, like, really janky or odd. But that's the reason why. I literally have basically a 3-foot monitor, and it's great. I love it. It's really useful. but I can't see that well. No. But yeah, that's the reason why I do this. So yeah, let me go ahead and do this. Just find that here. What I love about this character is that everything here is basically like a block of cheese. We have so many holes in these shells here. It might as well be a block of cheese. But yeah. So let me go ahead and just go ahead and figure out what the hell I'm gonna do here. Alright. Now, I ain't trying to find the absolute best of the best placement here, because truthfully... Actually, is this going to be an adequate size? This looks insane. Actually, no, this is one giant strip. Okay, so if we're going to texture this right, how would we want to... I might actually have to go in and like add in the details of this by hand. I wonder. One thing I could also do, by the way... I have a funny way of... I have a funny idea or way to, like, texture this thing. So, like, one of the problems with texturing is that when you bake the model, basically it makes the... it basically makes the textures... We'll see what happens, actually. I can always go back and, you know, use this method I have in mind. But essentially what I have in mind is that I could rip this piece out, or any under pieces, and just go ahead and bake them separate off of the model, basically. Because what's going to happen is, when we go to bake this guy, when we get down to the ambient occlusion, that is going to create a shadow in between this leg. Which could be good and also bad. However, if we simply take this model out, this strip of polygons out, and invert the faces so the white stuff is on the other side, we could have this be baking out on simply the outside of the, or we can have some spare bake on the outside of the strip of polygons that have been inverted and separated from the model, basically. And because it'll be on the same UVs, or it have the same UVs, we can literally just take that back and take it back. Fuck, we can literally just keep the export textures on that model and simply apply it towards this character model here. And if it doesn't make sense, don't worry, I'm gonna do it. Let me see here. Okay, fine. Whatever. So, let's see here. Let's go ahead and do this. I always like to make sure that the top part of the leg is... or the top part of the model is perfect. Perfectly straight up. The last thing I want to do is start texturing this guy right, putting on some texture materials, and one of the UV shells is upside down, meaning that I'd have to take the same material and just, you know, flip it around to fit the UV shell. That's just a lot of work and completely unnecessary. Essentially, I'm doing this because I want to have an easier time texturing. One of my main method when it comes to modeling anything, really, is how the hell can I make this easier for myself in the long run? Because, like, there is always a better alternative. Hold on. Optimize. Okay, cool. There's always a better way to make stuff easier down the road. Comes to modeling, in my opinion. So I move this down here. We don't. So for those who are new to modeling or don't know modeling, one of the don't do's when it comes to texturing is to have the UV shells overlap each other. Because if we have this axe, right? Let's say we want to have this axe be a certain texture, basically, right? This here axe. Let's say we have some shaven wood right here, right? Because this is going to be a wooden axe and a wooden spear. And I would guess the bark on the axe would be gone or broken off, right? If we have, and it's probably going to be, it's a classic tan color, you know? Like, the meat of the wood, you know? The inside, whatever. The oak. Fucking... If we have the shell over another part of the model, it is, like, whatever the hell is on top, like this axe here, that oak wood will appear on this part of the model as well. Wherever the hell it is on this axe, overlaying the back part of this model, that is where the oak or the texture that would have on this axe would appear on the back or on whatever the hell the UV is overlapping on. So let me go ahead and do this. Let me go ahead and... I'm laying out all the bigger pieces first, because, like, you know, the big pieces are, in my opinion, the most important part, and that is typically, in my opinion, how a lot of this stuff can be shaped or be finagled into being shaped in the future. See here, this is a foot. The foot, I don't mind having it be on its side. How about this? Also, this is the chin. Chins are important. How about... That's good as it is. Let's go ahead and move this. And move this right here. We might end up having to move a lot of these pieces around, by the way. Just, you know. For the sake of just making space. Alright, what's this? Bottom of the foot. We can also have this thing be on its side. I don't mind. How about this? Yeah, that works. This is like solving the world's complicated jigsaw puzzle, basically. So, like, as long as it doesn't collide with anything else here, it's all fine. Alright, so right now we have all of this here UV'd, the rest, or UV'd, set up. We just have all these to set in, which I think is going to work out. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to go ahead and grab these toes and just start working them in. Because these are also important too, and I personally think it is punitive, or I think it's actually going to be important to have these things take up a lot of space. Because these toes here, these 3 toes are going to wiggle basically. This is going to cause, or this is going to allow the character to become grounded basically to the ground. These are essentially roots, and you know, roots are good for grounding, basically. So essentially, this guy is going to be able to secure himself in place, making him harder to making him harder to knock down and harder to, you know, get phased by a heavy blow from an attack. But yeah. To which... let's see here. To which I think... is completely okay. Let me go ahead and take these spikes and just point them upwards. Might as well. Upwards. How about here? What is define as upwards for that? Okay, yeah. All right. And by the way, the trick of the trade, or the trick of doing UVs, is to make everything as flat as possible. Let's see here. I almost wonder. Let's see what happens if we do this actually. Let's go and do 50. Let's go ahead and do that. Nope. Alright, whatever. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and just start filling this in. We can place these literally in the gaps here. Now, it might look like it has less pixel density on it, and it does. But, however, when it comes to the overall end goal of literally just extending this box here out, because we could literally just take the corner here and just extend it outwards and try and meet the corner on the other side. In fact, actually, let me see here. So, if we do it like this, I have an idea. Watch this. It'll be a lot better for us. It'll be able to allow us to check our stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and now do this. Now that we have our box shape, we can go ahead and bind the gizmo to the bottom left corner, or yeah, and move it upwards. Make sure we do not. Let me go ahead and move these actually. Alright. So I'll know if this thing is overlapping outside the box if one of these pieces, or if this checkerboard appears on the box to the side or up here, basically, over here. Essentially, I also don't want to have the space collide with the other UV box, because if it does, that's bad. You see, a texture is only going to be able to read what is in this box right here, not, you know, over here. It could, have this be a UV1, UV2, but, you know, I ain't doing that. But yeah. Anyway, so let's go ahead and increase this as high as we can, as long as it doesn't collide into the other UVs. I should be fine. This also will allow us on that. This also will allow us to be able to now move these UV shells around in case we do have to make some room for these other pieces here. In fact, now we can go ahead and highlight all of these pieces here. Get the pixel density, which is going to be 100. Actually, let's go ahead and do this for the 4K texture we're going to be using for this guy. So let's go ahead and get the pixel density of that. It's going to be about 206 pixels per UV here. Now let's go ahead and just highlight all of our other pieces we have to organize and just set it. Let me do this quickly. Set. Hold on. Let's see here. Which ones are causing issues? Set. 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 Oh, let me do a check here. So if we increase this and then set it, will it do anything? Okay. Do all of these. What the hell is going on up here with this? Is this thing cut all the way? Huh. Oh shit, hold on. Let me go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and bind this. Alright, cool. Alright, now these are adequate size. Alright. Sweet. And up. Let's see here. So, I crack my knuckles real quickly. Stretch my damn back. This is about to be some, not the most stressful thing, but it's like solving a puzzle, you know? But you don't know what the puzzle piece or the full puzzle looks like, you know, until you get to the very end. But yeah. Let me go ahead and make sure these bumps, that's the bottom part of the bump. I want to make sure everything is upright. Just for my own sake, you know? For my own sanity. So that is the bottom. Just go ahead and move it like so. Alright. Move it right there. Go right there. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Alright. Move this right here. Actually, what is... That is upside down. If I'm looking at this from, like, this perspective, right? Because I'm probably not going to be texturing this thing upside down like this. So, from this perspective, I could definitely see myself working on this like that. Alright. Now this one. What is this then? What is this one? Works for me. Alright. About this one. Now I'm gonna cry over wasted UV space, alright? Because truthfully, this is already 10 times better than doing it with the UV layout tool. Because if you notice, we were able to increase the pixel density of the entire model. That is something that the automatic layout tool here didn't do for us. It kept it at whatever the hell it was. It wasn't 200 pixels, I tell you that much, alright? Or the density. It literally gave us a lower quality version of the UVs. So this is what I recommend, alright? These automatic tools, they're great for, like, references and whatnot, and, like, to do quick work. But if you want something high quality, don't go for them. Alright? They're good for fast work if you're not really doing something too important or whatever. You don't really mind what the outcome looks like as long as you get it done. It's perfectly fine. But if you want better quality, you can easily go ahead and organize the UVs or do whatever the hell that system is yourself. The only program I trust full-heartedly with its automatic systems is ZBrush. That program has a lot of tools that are very, very well made and very well ironed out, really. That is the only program I trust with automatic systems that does stuff for you, almost. You know, like, Decimation, T-Pose, you know, Coda, Dynamesh, you know, all that stuff. Anyway, so, actually I'm gonna go ahead and have these sticks. Actually, you know, these sticks might actually be able to be organized to a higher quality. Hold on. I have an idea. That was a terrible idea. Hold on. Let me go ahead and cut this from the back instead, because... That is odd. You know what? I'm gonna do this instead. We're going to have a cut right there, and then I'm going to bind that together. Then I'm going to cut right there. So at least it's somewhat better. Move that down again. Yes, sir. Let's go ahead and delete history quickly so we don't blow the damn program up. Which, by the way, if you're using Maya or Blender or whatever the fuck, and most likely it keeps a history of what you did. It might be a good idea to delete that cache. Primarily because that is how a lot of stuff gets broken. And crashes. But yeah. Do that. Whatever. Anyway, so let's go ahead and take all these sticks and whatnot. The difference is these sticks are kind of their own independent mesh. If it's its own independent mesh, we can definitely have these things increase in pixel density. You know? Because these technically... I would say the same thing for like clothing or shoes or gloves or whatever on a human character. If it's like its own independent thing, own independent mesh, I say go ahead with making it large or have a larger pixel density than the rest of the model. Because just gives it more quality. But yeah, so let's go ahead and do this. These are also sticks. I'm gonna have these be... I'd like to have these things be honest, sticking straight up, but honestly, I might have to get these things to be angled on its side. Alright, let's see here. Let's go ahead and do this real quickly. I'm gonna go ahead and just start filling these in. Alright. And one thing I would like to do as well is create some, like, range here. What the hell is this for? On. We have that. On, show me what the hell that is. That is that. Okay, hold on. Cut that. Go here. I'm gonna go ahead and do an optimize. Alright. Gonna go right here and give this thing a little bit of a cut. Where we cut on the model is going to be where we get our UV seams. I have ways to remove the UV seams, but you know, it's one of those things to try and be cautious about, really. Let's see here. Anytime you can, like, bind a mesh to something, you definitely want to do that. So I'm gonna say, if someone were to be, like, looking at this guy and looking down, be less likely to see that seam if it was like this. Alright. See here. Now, even though we can increase the size of this, we don't want to have this thing be, or this portion of the model, or UV shell, to be bigger than the rest of these pieces, because that won't be good. That means that we will have some issues when it comes to the how much detail one thing looks versus the other. Let me go ahead and change the track, really, because this is, I don't have my headphones on because it's too damn hot out here to be wearing fucking earmuffs. But I can already tell that Jazz is it ain't doing it. And go here. Alright. Alright. Cool. So I learned my lesson, alright, when it comes to earphones or headsets and whatnot. So right now, it is 90 outside. And it is hot, all right? I know it's hotter in other places, but over here where I'm at, 90 is bad, all right? We ain't used to that over here, all right? And what do you call it? And I was thinking to myself, you know, how could I get myself to not die during stream today because it's so goddamn hot out there, right? And I have 2 fans blowing on me right now, but, you know, it's still not that great, you know, because, you know, it's still fucking hot. However, I realize I'm wearing earphones. I might as well be wearing earmuffs. So, I don't know, guess who's not wearing any earmuffs? Or headphones. So y'all primarily have the luxury of listening to music. I'm good. I don't want to melt today. But yeah. So anyway, anyone new who's come in the last hour, let me go ahead and specify what's happening, basically. And by the way, those who are new, those who are gonna be part of the community, this is what I do. Every hour or so, I go over and explain what the hell's happening. You know, what the hell the gist is of this channel. Alright, because this art channel isn't something... I mean, it ain't like most, I want to say. So the gimmick is, or the shtick, if you haven't seen on the top right corner of the damn screen, or left corner, yeah, right corner of the damn screen, basically, this project is a whole secret, alright? In my game design sessions that I stream 3 times a week, you can go into the About Me section and figure out which times I stream, or go to the schedule and see where I stream there. If you're interested if you're interested in, you know, watching this project go further, basically, I am going to be not revealing the theme, type, genre, or platform for this game, but I am going to be working on the 3D modeling portion of this game. And the idea is that the project will unveil itself over time live. Everyone's allowed to ask questions in chat to try and trip me up. Everyone is allowed to basically do whatever the hell they want to try and, you know, get the information out of me, you know? And so, yeah. Everyone has full obligation to go off and do that, alright? Don't be shy. Try and get the information out of me. But seriously though, this it's a secret project. It is the shtick of this entire channel, alright? And when it comes to what we are doing really we are working on various creatures. Actually, let me go ahead and open up this in ZBrush, by the way, because that'll be a lot better than showing a goddamn image of that stuff. I don't know. I like live style examples of what exactly is being worked on, because you know, nothing's better than just a actual example. Anyway, so I'm gonna go off to ZBrush real quickly. And while I do that, let me go and explain this monster here. So, I do this for new people, by the way, so yeah. So essentially, this character model that I'm working on here, the guy you're watching right now, and this guy is supposed to be a monster known as the Branch. Specifically, this man is a Walking Dead tree monster, which has the ability to basically form his arms into anything wooden, basically. Wooden spears, wooden axes, you know, that type of stuff. And as wicked as that is, the balance in this character is that it's made out of wood. It can make some pretty good weapons, but it's a dead tree. Dead trees, typically, they are pretty easy to break. You know, I don't know. Hold on. Dead. Like, dead trees are typically easier to, like, destroy, basically. And, you know, we call it and for example, you know, a lot of times it comes to getting rid of a tree in the woods. Typically, it's either because, you know, it's in a very bad spot, but sometimes it's because the tree itself is dead. And so it's kind of easier to, like, take down. Especially this tree, because it is going to literally be an old tree, basically. Easier to, you know, chop down the sides. So he's strong, he's great, you know, he can kick someone's ass probably, but the dude is weaponry is very... It's very unstable, basically. Not to mention, too, on his back here, he has all of these Welch's, basically. These Welch's fruit snacks, alright? And... Hold on. Let me go and change the monitor. Hold on. Alright, cool. So we have all types of monsters we're working on. We have mermaids. Whoops. Actually, let me go to the actual folder and just start pulling these things out. We have mermaids. We have forest trolls. Some of these might take a little bit to load up. But yeah, we have forest trolls. We have... Give it a second. We have Centaur Pegasuses with wings. Pretty cool, I think. Very nice. We have ghouls wrapped in leeches. It's pretty fucking cool. We have all types of other characters too. But yeah. Hold on. We basically have a... We have a lot of fucking crap we can work on, like, seriously. We got monsters, we got humans, we got items, we got fucking weapons out here. You know, we have a ton of stuff. Let me just go ahead and just... Actually, hold on. Let me go off and find my favorite weapon set that I worked on. Let me show you how detailed we're getting with these fucking weapons, by the way. It's kind of funny. Not funny. It's kind of fun to me how intricate we're getting with these weapons. Because, like, I am trying to go for, like, absolute... I call it, absolutely toned out stuff, basically. Anyway, so... This is just a dummy. Training dummy. We're gonna have as a, basically a... Hold on. Basically as a... Just a train dummy to test out on, basically. Just a combat AI. We have maces. We have... We have loots. Let's see here. Yeah, fucking shields. Look at that fucking detail. On. Look at that shit. I love this. I'm proud that I went for the fucking hell of doing this shit. You know? Proud of myself for that, honestly. It's kind of sad. I get it. I know. But yeah. Bunch of weapons, bunch of monsters, bunch of creatures and whatnot. We got a bunch of crap to work on, basically. Environments, vegetation, you know, village props, you know. It's just a bunch of stuff, basically. But yeah, that is what this channel consists of. We are basically working on a plethora of projects. I can jump from project to project, so if someone wants me to, like, cover characters, environments, vegetation, weapons, whatever the hell, and any stage in that process, I could literally just jump right to it. You know, on a model, work on that, and technically it will get some progress done for the game. That is, honestly, like, that entire process, by the way, whether it's we call it whether it was extreme or not, or too extreme or not, or too ambitious. That is what I've been working on for the past year, basically. I knew I wanted to do a stream, a 3D modeling stream of this game, of me working on it, but I wasn't sure how the hell I was gonna, like, work on content, you know? Or, keep up with content, basically, because working on one character for a long time can be very draining, and, you know, not many people want to sit by and watch me work on this character for a whole month, right? Even though I have. But, you know, basically, we are able to hop from character model, or model to model, basically. And it will be very interesting. Because, it's one of the branches. Put that up there. Alright. It'll be very interesting because, like, one of the quirks of this entire, game is that we call it, is that there is an entire other half that I'm not working on, or not working on. There's an entire other half that I'm not showing on stream, basically, right? That entire other half, technically... Keep that cut right there. The entire other half is almost done, by the way. So, what's going to be kind of funny in a few streams, or once I get the other half of the project done, basically, y'all are gonna see, like, insane growth when it comes to these models stream by stream. And I am probably gonna be working on a lot of projects off-stream. Originally, I had planned to start modeling and only doing the models on stream so I can just show you guys the fucking start to finish process. The start to finish process of all these models, basically, or just modeling. However, when it comes to the other half of the game, that portion is almost getting done. Like, I could very much well see it getting done within the next, like, 2-3 weeks, basically. So, I think it would be decent to, hold on. Right. I think it would be decent to go ahead and just start modeling this stuff off stream. I will definitely keep basically what I might do, which I would be very open for some feedback into this, but I would not mind, or honestly prefer, to model or work on all of the, all of the boring parts of modeling. That would be the retopology section. We had a moment where I worked on, like, for, like, literally 9 streams straight, I worked on the retopology of a model, basically. And it was basically the same content for, like, 15 hours straight. Like, no joke. Like, the entire process took 15 hours to do. And it was... I could tell it was very torturous on the entire stream. Because the content didn't change, it was just that the entire time, and... You know, it just... I think it really wore some people out when it comes to watching the stream, basically. So what I'm thinking about doing is I'm thinking about leaving some of the much more, I want to say, time-consuming, boring aspects of this, and just doing that primarily off-stream, so that y'all don't have to go through that. So when it comes to a lot of the grunt work and modeling, I will probably leave that for off-stream, honestly. Unless someone wants to see it, then I'll definitely stream it. But, it's one of those cases where it's like, I either do it or I don't. Doesn't matter to me. Let's see here. But yeah, that is the plan. God, we have a lot of space. Come on. Alright. Now let's go ahead and fill this up with these sticks here. I'm gonna go ahead and do this one first. Alright. Move that up. Alright, now let's go ahead and add this in. I'm gonna go ahead and just move these around real quickly. Again, as long as they're in the space here, it is perfectly fine where the hell they sit. Alright. Right there. Just go right there with it. Now, I don't care where the hell I place these. These can be placed in any random ass order. As long as it fits, I am perfectly fine with it. I'm perfectly fine with that. Alright, alright. Do that. Do that. Sir. Save. Okay. Set. Now let's go ahead and just, whoops, the fuck, whatever. Tilt those to the side. Let's go ahead and do a history on that. Now let's go ahead and just finagle this in, basically. Go right there, and, These are pretty, interesting. Okay, I have an idea. So... how about... no. Okay, whatever. Lower in size. The beauty of this right here is, or these sticks, is that technically I could literally have these be whatever the hell size I want, really. And it will be fine. I'm gonna go ahead and do this real quickly. Let's go ahead, and these are part of the same stick, right? Why, yes, it is. Okay. Which one of these sticks will fit in here, though? That is the question. Alright, let me go ahead and move some shells around. go right there with it, and move this one. Let's go right here. Right there. Nothing's going to be taking that up. Let's go ahead and tilt this to the side. Let's go ahead and put that in there. And then we'll put this down here. Yes, sir. We'll put this right here because it's part of this entire thing. Let's go ahead and tilt this upwards, put that right there, put that in the middle for extra measures. Let's put this right there, give it its own space. Alright. Let's make sure everything has enough space to breathe. Alright. Alright, okay. Now let me explain why I did the UVs before I went off and did the rigging of the model itself. So the reason why I did that first was because of the fact that if I went ahead and rigged this model right, essentially I would not be able to I wouldn't be able to delete the history without deleting all the rigging information. What that means is I could rig this model to perfection and then did the UVs, right? But doing the UVs means that I'm gonna have a ton of history that I'd have to delete, because if I didn't delete that, I would be risking my program or Maya crashing, because a lot of history means that the program is trying to remember things you did like 100 clicks ago. 100 clicks ago, 100 actions ago, however many edits you made, it's going to try and remember all of that, right? So, what you would want to do is delete your history, so your program doesn't lag, or it stops lagging, or it doesn't crash. However, rigging is technically a history. It creates history on that model. So if you delete the history, you delete the rigging work you did, and it makes that rig absolutely demolished, basically. I'm saying this because I made that mistake a long time ago. And I will not sit here and, not give that warning out now. Anyway, so now we got that all good to go. Let's go ahead and open up the... Let me go ahead and get to the, turn my screen capture to screen 2, okay, whatever. So let's go ahead and go to the monster real quickly. The branch. That's just what the character looked like beforehand. FBX, and I'm gonna go ahead and do this real quickly. I have like a copy of this here. I'm gonna go ahead and create a final folder for, actually, fuck it. Do I want to? No. I'll create a substance painter folder, just so we have that project file. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna go ahead and put actually, no. I'm gonna keep the copy of this thing as a backup. We need this as a backup because I just feel better with that, honestly. And I'm gonna go ahead and delete this high poly. That file is usually given when you are when you bake a high poly in Substance Painter, usually that is what file you get. You want to keep that so you can bake that high poly on your Substance Painter. But for what I have, that was for the test bake of this high poly, this file, onto this file. And yeah, on. So I'm gonna go into this quickly. So I'm gonna make sure that my low and high poly are aligned. Alright. Cool. Make sure the pivots match. Whoops. Make sure that the pivots match our boy here. Let's go and hide this guy real quickly. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the bakes. Whoops. Let's go ahead and press D. Go there. I'm gonna go ahead and just do transparency so I can see better. And we want to have... Actually, let me try something, actually. We have I think we have a new tool in Maya. Or maybe it's in here for a while, I don't know. Zero the pivots. Fuck yeah, okay, yeah, nice. That's better. I love that. I love it. Alright, so. Whoops, don't do that. Let's go ahead and... I want to make sure that the high poly is also there, too, because you never know. Let's go ahead and just center that pivot as well. Yes, sir. Cool, 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 cool. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. So let's go ahead and take the low poly now. Actually, let me... would it be aligned? Yeah, it would be. Yeah, so this is as aligned as it's getting. Alright. Let's go ahead and go into export. Let's go ahead and... Whoops. I already have that thing copied. Whoops. Let's go ahead and put it into the file. See here, scene contains constraints, activate exports, or nation. Oh, doesn't matter to me. Let's see here. Let me not jinx this for myself. Let me go ahead and just do this. Let me go ahead and just do an export, and I'm gonna go ahead and bake the high poly again, or bake the high poly again. Export the high poly onto that high poly, because I might as well, honestly. Like, that high poly in the FBX file folder, like, that might honestly be a whole new position. Let's see your constraints, export. Failed. Okay, what the hell is going on here? Let's see here. Adobe Stager. Show me the facts. What the hell's going on here? Show me what the hell is going on here. While you're at it, show me what the hell is happening with the low poly. Import to. Or better yet, let me just go ahead and do this. I can either have Substance Stager load this thing up, or I can have Maya load this thing up for me. I'm gonna go ahead and save this really right now, just in case things go wrong. Let's go ahead and open up a new file. It says fail, but I don't trust that. I think Maya is trying to play a practical joke on me, like it's done in the past. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of Substance Stager because we're already doing the Maya thing. we'll wait for that thing to load up. We're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what happens. Alright, I would hate to take this into Substance Painter and go ahead and do the bake, and lo and behold, something happens. Which, by the way, bakes in modeling can take a long time to do. And specifically, for this, it could take an hour. I'm considering doing that for the stream. I don't know. Bakes usually take a lot of CPU power. So, what I actually... fuck, do I want to do that? We'll see what happens. If my CPU starts to blow itself up, we will go ahead and fix it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do this, honestly. I'm gonna go ahead and export this without the folder, because that honestly might branch. Whatever. Oh wait, shit. I need to make it that. Alright, nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and export the... Let me check the UVs. One thing that I always recommend, alright, is check fucking everything. Alright? You gotta check everything, or else, you know, you might run into some issues. So let's go ahead and do this. Do the low. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and just move this to the side here. Alright. Let's go ahead and open up Substance Painter. I'm gonna go ahead and just cancel out of this. We don't need it anymore. Yes, sir. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and just hide the high poly again. Don't need that. This will allow us to save faster, move in this program a lot faster, and whatnot. Let's go ahead and go into Substance Painter. Cool. Just making sure my screen capture is looking at Painter. Let's go ahead and load up the low poly. I'm gonna go for a starter. I'm gonna go. Actually, let me look at my UVs. Alright. Looking good. Let me actually do this quickly. There's one thing I haven't checked. Let me go ahead and just make double sure, alright? I always make sure about everything that I do, alright? I don't like having to... I am not a fan of messing things up. So basically, one of the complications of 3D modeling is that errors won't just blare in your face, alright? You won't find them until you discover them yourself. I've had moments where I would have... let me go ahead and just talk while this thing bakes. Hold on, let me go ahead and set this crap up first. I've had moments where I haven't, like, spotted a error in a model until I'm, like, nearly done or, like, almost finished with the texturing process or some stage in the process. And what that typically does... Why is it on? Hold on. No, we want that on 4K. Yes, sir. Okay. Stream settings. Let me go ahead and make sure. Enable GPU. Okay, whatever. Just making sure this settings here are right. Anyway, so like one of the things that I always try and check is, or try and do when it comes to my UVs in Maya, I always go up to the select screen and hit overlapping, front facing, back facing, honest here. Alright. Back facing, front facing, overlapping. Alright, what are we overlapping here? What is the problem? Alright, I think... I don't know, it might be something else. Whatever. I think it's fine. It'll be fine. If not, I can just fix it. It's no problem. But one of the things that really sucks when it comes to the modeling aspect... Hold on. Load in the high. Hold on. I almost wonder, shit, do I want to do this? You know what? Yes, I do. Alright, this is what I'm gonna do. I would love to... Actually, fuck, do I want to... Hold on, let me look at this from a educated perspective. Back to the bake, or return to the paint. Let's see here. Let me do something really fucking quickly, alright? I have an idea, and I would love to do it, alright? Let me go ahead and do this real quickly. Basically, I am going to make an ID map. Essentially, what that's going to do for us is it is going to allow us to cut off certain sections of the model in ZBrush, or in a Substance Painter. And to do that whole business, I'm gonna go ahead and go up to, no sir. I'm gonna go ahead and go up to paint, and okay, cool. Sweet. All right. So let me go ahead and I wonder. Let me see if this is even possible. All right. I gotta see if it's even possible. I don't want to do this and find out that it ain't possible. Hold on. How to... Let me go ahead and do this quickly. Alright. Okay, so if we go down to... Where was it? Poly paints. Got a lot of fucking things here. So... I almost wonder. Hold on. so hold on. Color. I haven't ever done this before, except for like on a tree one time, but I kind of want to see if we can do that. Spot, time, curve, hold on. One of the things that I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create an ID map for this character. And how I plan to do that, really. Hold on. Let's see here. I'll get my drawing tablet out. Let me see here. Polygons. Let me go into this quickly. So I'm gonna go ahead and export or import. Whoops, not that. Import, and let's go ahead and go to the monsters. Go to the branch. Go to the FPX file. Go to low. Import that. Tell me. All right. I'll go down here. Hold up. Gonna go ahead and go to poly by that, and go down to see. Oh nope. Go down to poly paint, colors. See here, crafts. Interesting. Because I would love to. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, so. Because one thing that I could do in Substance Painter is I could mask everything. Problem is, though, it'd be a whole lot easier and give me a whole lot more ability if I were to do an ID map instead. ID maps are pretty cool. Like, essentially, I'm allowed and able to create different, should call it, colors of it. Hold on. Let's see here. So if I were to morph the UVs, I could literally just... This looks ugly, by the way. I could literally just do this. Can you fill out object again? Yes, sir. Okay. We have it like this. So let's go ahead and go to poly groups. All right. Tints. Because one thing I would absolutely love to do is... You know what, here? No. Alright, okay, let's do this. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that. Good, hold on. Let me go ahead and just make a mess here. Because the one thing, I never actually did this in a ZBrush before. Today, I want to learn, alright? This channel is about learning shit. And, you know, It's all about what we learn along the way, alright? So I'm gonna go into this. So colorize, do that, UV, no, texture, new texture, yes, sir, create, alright, go back on me. Let's see here, create from, new from play paint, hold on. God. Hold on. So let's go ahead and just do that. Go and do that. I wonder. Whatever. Today is a day for making things a lot more complicated. Hold on. So we go down to texture, mask, the poly paints. I wonder here. Hold on. Let me go into this. Go back. I feel like, you know, it's kind of good to go over like these, like doing these, what you call it, these things of like learning crap, because like one of the things that makes this channel different is that we are constantly learning and adapting and improving each other, or improving upon all of this basically. Need to turn on RGB. Alright. Let's see here. Let's go down to... Oh, that's probably why. Alright. I could imagine it's probably why. Okay, create texture. There we go. Alright. Hell yeah. Then we could literally go and hold on. Texture on, texture off. I should be able to then take that and use it. Hold on. I feel. Hold on. Analyze, clone. Okay, yeah, then we can put it right there, and it'll do its thing nice. Okay. Nice. Here is what we are going to fucking do. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna go ahead and insert the goddamn this thing. And I'm gonna go ahead and take the fucking this thing and just mirror it into this guy. Doesn't gotta be exact, just has to fit the damn bill. Or better yet, I mean, this is the same goddamn thing. Right there. Go home. Right here. Go home. Oh, right now. Let's go ahead and just put this thing back up to a gray color. Take that off of you, please, and put you back on gray or whatever the fuck. Let's see here. Turn that off. Yes, sir. Can we do some poly painting now? Alright. So now we can do this. We have our transparent character here. I'm gonna go ahead and just start coloring in the bumps, the welches, because motherfucker, I want some detail. Can I have a much more crispier brush? Hold on. I want a crispier brush, please. Something that's not gonna do that. How about... No. Thickness. Just colors, whatever. Alright. It's fine to me. It's fine. Alright. Just gonna do this real quickly. You'll all see what happens in the end. You'll see it and you'll get why I decided to go down this route specifically. Because it's honestly, this is also how in games they make trees. And eventually y'all will see what the hell I mean by that. This is how a lot of stuff gets done. Go ahead and turn off ghost mode. Hold on. Can we do a subdivide and get rid of this thing? Or not. Okay. Alright. Let's go ahead and do this. Now, I want to preference this too. The Welches aren't... I mean, the colors that I put on this guy, it doesn't mean that that is going to be what the hell the color of the guy is. The only thing this will do is it will allow me to simply... Come on. This will allow me to simply select and group anything that is the same color. That is the whole point of all of this. To literally single all of these out so I don't have to do that manually. It's literally just a big time saver, basically. That is literally what all of this means. But yeah. It's cool. Alright. So we got all the Welches, I believe. Let me do one final check. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, we got him. Alright. Now let's change colors. Let's go for a green. Not that it's gonna be green, it's gonna... That just means what the hell it's gonna be consisting of. So let's say the... we can change the brush on this thing. Let's say this is what it is. Alright. Let's say over here we... Let me go ahead and just do a hard brush. Over here, this is... Or better yet, you know, I mean, what the hell am I doing that? Hold on. We can just do this. Alright. Oops, nope. And just simply, just absolutely blast this thing. Absolutely just blast it. Alright. Then... Let's see here. Do I want to do the sticks too? I want to do the ends of these. The ends of that. Let's go ahead and change our colors up. Let's go for a pink. Whoops. Alright. Get that in. Pink. Again, these are all going to be for detail work. When it comes to modeling, right, or anything like art-wise, one of the best things you can do is prepare for detail work. Alright? Preparing for your detail work can really help you out when it comes to how you go about texturing. Because I don't know, it can really, basically it just improves your ability to texture, basically. And by ability, I literally mean your ability, like what you're able to do in the goddamn texture, or in the substance painter. Like, I could not stress that enough. All right, now let's go. Now let's do this. Hold on. Do that, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go ahead and go for a different color. Let's go ahead and go for a blue. Hold on. This is gonna be a little bit different. Let me make sure this is gonna be working fine. Hold on. Serious? Okay, hold on. Hold on. I want you to be one of my textures, which, by the way, in this program I have made, or in ZBrush, one of my go-tos when it comes to brushes is to literally make my own. And what you can do, sorry, you can take a circle or a sphere and just make your design on there. Whatever hell texture you want, you can go ahead and design it on a, call it a circle, cube, whatever. Maybe even have something with a little bit more, you know, should call it more edge. But anyway, what you can do from here now, or what I can do is I can go up to alpha, go from make from mesh, gives me this. I pick my size. I think 420 or 412 is gonna be fine. I can even choose to reframe this and whatnot and do whatever I want with this thing. But I'm gonna go ahead and do the center thing here. Do that. Now this is my alpha texture, which I'm gonna use to texture or alpha to use as like a brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and just put that on here like so. Hold on. I'm going to this. Might honestly be better, or it might blow the entire thing up. Okay, no. Unwrap. What's up, Karma? Yeah, let's see here. Adjust. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this real quickly. So with the ability to do that, we can literally make really whatever we want, I guess. Hold on. Do that. Do that. Hey, what's up? But yeah, you don't have to go into Photoshop and like make your own alphas. You can literally do it in ZBrush. I see a lot of people out here, or a lot of people going into like Adobe Illustrator or Photoshop, or using some sort of sketching tool, even Microsoft Paint, to like create your own alphas and whatnot and whatever. And honestly, you don't have to do that. Like I said before, like fucking, I think it was like 30 or so minutes ago in this stream, fucking Shikota, a lot of stuff that Shikota, like ZBrush has an amazing ability to give you the tools you need to essentially do what you need to do. Hold on. But yeah, has an amazing ability to do what you need to do, basically. So, and you're all gonna see what I mean with these ID maps, all right? Because ID maps are pretty unique in a way. They help with modeling, and not modeling. It helps with texturing very specific parts of a model, basically. So when we get this into Substance Painter to texture, I'm going to save this real quickly. We will be able to texture these colored spots individually. And very, I want to say, basically we could section these things off, and I can show that without really baking the textures into ZBrush, or into Substance Painter. So I'll show you right now, potentially, if it does work how I think it's going to work, or if things changed. Let's go ahead and do this. Make a clone of that. I'm going to go ahead and go to our branch here. I'm going to go ahead and do this real quickly. I'm going to go ahead and make a textures folder right off the bat. Textures, the branch, so we can name this accordingly. Let's go ahead and go to here, and we're going to go ahead and export this map. Gonna put it right there. I'm gonna save it as a PNG. I'm gonna call this the branch ID. All right. Go into. Do I have this on window 2 or do I have this on just purely ZBrush? I have it on purely ZBrush. Hold on, watch this. So, all right. Didn't do anything special. Just went from ZBrush to Substance Painter. But anyway, so let's go ahead and do this. Go into our import mesh. Let's go here. Go to branch. Get that ID map. Load it up. Have it as a texture. Go into the ID map. Let's go ahead and add that. It won't add any textures to our model, but what it can do for us is, let me do this, all right? Let's say we want to have, we should have like a wooden texture somewhere. If not, I'll just use something else. An example. Let's say we would like to use this rough wood texture. It's going to be a very crappy texture to use, honestly. I'm not going to use this in the final texture portion of this guy. But let's say we have this material, right? And we only want to use this on a certain portion of the model. I could go in and give this thing a goddamn mask and just start texturing these bulbs in one at a time. Thing is, though, if I want to have, if I want to have, let's say, multiple layers where I have to color in very specific locations, that's gonna be very annoying really fucking fast. Instead, I can literally do this. So I can just put up a color, I can put up a black mask or a white mask, go up to color selection, and literally pick one of the colors that I have chosen for this model. See here. Hold on. Why is that black? Hold on. Oh. Hold on. Now, why is it doing that? Is that just how it is? Alright, looks. No. Okay. Let me see here. Output value. Hold on. Go ahead and figure out what the hell is going on here. Yeah, from right there, it looks fine. It literally might be just this. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, hold on. So we go into our ID map right here. That is what that looks like. Alright. I probably do have to bake the map, right? Let me see something here. Bake ID map. We can go and do a file. File ID. We will see what conspires out of this shit, alright? It works. The ID map works. I think it literally comes down to just... what do you call it? Baking the maps, really. I don't know. A lot of stuff typically fixes itself if you bake it. Really, so... yeah. Anyway, that's how ID maps work. That's also how we do shit for, like, trees, by the way. Anything that has to do with vegetation. Bushes, leaves, grass, you name it, basically. You know, we can either texture each goddamn branch individually, each grass blade individually, leaf, whatever, or we can simply use an ID map to start sectioning things off and texturing stuff either all at once through stacked on UV shells and using like ID maps to color and paint in the sticks and the leaves and whatnot individually, which, you know, doesn't matter what color it is really, as long as it's different color. You know, we can do that rather than just going off and doing some other bullshit. Hold on, let me go and do this real quickly. We are very, very tight on this here. Let me go and do this. So let me go and explain baking real quickly. So the tighter we have this frontal distance, the more the high poly details will appear on this low poly. And if you see here, we can actually see the high poly in the blue, basically. Everything's blue. Everything is blue in modeling. It's weird. Anyway, blue stuff. However, all this red stuff is going to lead to baking errors, where we won't get any bake, and it will simply become gray or black. So let me go ahead and do this. I want to find the perfect... shape I want to find the perfect distance. Alright? The absolute perfect distance could literally be the difference between 0.90%, 0.070%, or 70 to 80. I don't know. We'll find out. But I want the best. Alright? When you work on these projects and you work on these assets for damn near months to weeks, yeah, I ain't expecting anything but the best out of this model right here, alright? So any other red portions that I should be focused up on? No siree Bob. Alright, how about this right here? We have a little tiny speck right there. Let's see here. How about 87? Okay, how about 9? Let's go 90. Okay. 92? So not keeping 99. Okay. That could work, but let's go deeper. How about 98? Okay. 96. No, we're getting close. Getting warm. 96. Right there. Right there. Alright. How about 96.5? Sweet. I'll take it. I will take it. Alright. Let me go ahead and just increase the AO to that. In fact, honestly, what I might... Actually, fuck it. You know what? I have a powerful computer. I can do this. AO will go all the way up. Bet normals, we'll just put that on to 80, or 182. Thickness, we'll go 182. Curvature, I would love to have that on 182 or 128. For most of these. Whatever. See here. Sample radius. No. We want to go low. No. We want to go low with that shit. I want to go low as can be. All right. Got that. Got that. Got that. Cool. All right. One thing that's also important too is the name convention. So we already I already did this. The files have to be named _low. Or _low and high. Or you can always do it by mesh name, which means you have to have the name of the polygons or name of the meshes to be low and high. I have that as well. I have it on both, because it just covers both crowns, really. And also, I don't mind that. So let me go ahead and do this. Let's see here. Alright. So, I'm gonna go and do this real quickly. Let's go ahead and do a save. Alright? We go ahead and do a save on this right here, and then we'll do the bake. The bake will most likely last us the entire goddamn stream. Alright? But we at least will... Whoops. We'll at least have this thing almost done. Alright, so let me go ahead and just start doing that. Let me go ahead and pull up this. Alright. My live stats. We're gonna find out how bad the CPU blows itself up, alright? Right now, streaming is only taking up 1.7% of my CPU's power at 60 FPS. That's probably gonna tank itself because we're about to blow this fucker up. CPU right now is taking on 33%. That is for everything. Let me go ahead and shut some stuff down real quickly. Let's go ahead and shut down Discord, Epic Games. The hell is that? That's Samsung Magician. We'll keep that. We never know what's going to happen. I will take down the tablet. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Alright, let's see here. Alright. Cool. So, the reason why I'm doing that is because this is about to be some bullshit, alright? So, allow me to officially start the bake. Let me go on my phone, look at the stream, make damn sure everything's fine. When I turn this on, y'all will see what the hell is gonna happen, alright? This is gonna be some major stuff. 'Cause we need to alright. We need to do this real quickly. Alright. I think we're fine. And let's go ahead and just bake it. Let's see what happens. So... okay. Alright. Come on, will it do it? Oh, it's gonna do that instead. It's fine. I will have to fix that. Whatever. Alright. ID maps are pretty fast to I'm not gonna kill the entire bake because the UV maps or the ID maps. I can simply go back and edit that shit in. But yeah. I'm gonna check the CPU, make sure it's not blowing itself up. CPU is channeling 100% power. Oh, okay. About this, CPU power 16%. What's the temperature at for this? $88, okay. Well, alright. You know what? This is what it'll do. We might as well do this. Alright? I'm gonna cancel the bake. Because I know for a goddamn fact that this is going to get pretty stupid. Material, file ID. This is gonna get stupid. Huge shift, random scale. Let's do hue shift. Alright. So, this is what is going to happen. I'm gonna go ahead, reintroduce that, and then do a white mask. Do that. I'm just trying to figure out if this is gonna work or not. That is odd. Why would do this? Tolerance. What I might have to do is just literally bind that to the... I have an idea. It might be stupid, but I have an idea. This ought to be some fucking shit. Right there. Pull it back. Let's go ahead and go to the material. Let's go up to color. I'll go ahead and do file. Go into here. Go up there. I'm just gonna travel to the file through here. Let's go for the textures. Go for the ID map. Load it up there. Would it be because of that? Hold on a minute here. Let me see. So we have all of that. Oh my god, that's why. Are you fucking me right now? I think I figured out the problem. Fixed. Wait. Hold. You gotta be shitting me. Watch this. Hold on. This ought to be funny. Can we open this up with Photoshop? Can we do this in Paint? I'll find out. Okay. That's not what I want to do. Yeah, damn. Hold on. Don't save it. Okay, hold on. I figured it out. Let me go ahead and do this real quickly. I figured it out. I realized what the hell the problem is. Alright. Okay. Alright. I think I can modify it through here. This is the dumbest thing. I'm not sure why Substance Painter or ZBrush decided to export this thing out like this. Alright. However, I ain't gonna... Oh my god. Can we edit this thing? We should be able to. File. So here's the problem that I noticed. It's inverted. Like, it fucking mirrored. That's what the problem was. Okay. Take me back. I got this. I can fix this. I can fix you. Alright. I can fix this. Yeah, this might actually take the entire tablet as non-service. I don't give a fuck. Just take me there, alright? We don't need a tablet where we're going. We don't need no tablet where we're going. But yeah. Okay, alright. So let me show y'all what the problem is. Alright, so... Where is it? Get your ass here. Whoops. Smack that in. Poly Paint. I am going to... Come on. So... Yeah. That's... could be the problem. Okay. Alright. Poly order. Can we modify this though? Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, you know what? We're doing this in Photoshop. I'm pretty sure I know what the hell is gonna fix this, so... Let me go ahead and open up Photoshop and just load this in. I can literally just drop the file in and just modify it directly. Alright. Okay. We can go ahead and rotate like so. Let me make sure it is the vicinity of that. Insert. Let's go ahead and export out. Let me go ahead and make sure that I have this thing ready to be transported. Export. Nope, I don't want. Actually, yeah, let's just this. Export. Do that. Move that there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Go back. Can we modify this now? There we go. That's the problem. ZBrush literally fucking took my map and folded it in front of my face. They took it, they folded it, they inverted it, they tossed it at me and said, "Here, you do it." But we fixed it. We good now. We good. Alright, let's go ahead and add this back in. We don't need to use a damn baked map. Hold on. We don't need that. We don't need that. Let's go ahead and import. Okay, let's see if we can actually delete the other file too. I'm gonna call this the branch ID map. Gonna go ahead and copy it because we're gonna be using it right now. Cool. Load that fucker in. Come on. Let's do a black mask. Go ahead and do color correction. There we go. Look, actually, they're on. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Hell yeah. All right. We can soften this thing up, choose how hard it gets, you know. We can literally modify how the rest of this texture appears now. And if we want to, let me explain. Let me do this. Let me show you why this might become something cool. All right, watch this. So emissive maps are how you make shit glow. You go ahead and add this. I'm gonna go ahead and add another color. Let's go ahead and do the red this time. All right. You can go all the way with that, like it's the goddamn Cat in the Hat, like slime mustard cupcakes, where the fuck it was. Gonna go up to here. Let's go ahead and add shadow. Oops. Do that. Go down here. Do that. Whoops. Oops, a fucking daisies. Nope. Let's go ahead and do a glare. Luminance. Up here. Displacement. Let's go ahead and put up the AO. Right there. Alright. Now, of course, this isn't going to be a perfect mesh, but it'll be one to look at. Let's go ahead and do iRay. Let's go ahead and do a Bucket Studio. Let's go ahead and environment exposure. Come on. Off the glare. Do that. Do that. Let's make this a bloom instead. Okay. Blooming it, a little bit of a bloom to that stuff right there. Love it. If we want to go somewhere else, we can do that. vertical. How about just cheap lens? After image. I don't know. There are a ton of things we can do with this. Alright. Go back to the normal. So we can go ahead back to the textures. Whoa, don't do that to me. Whoa. Back to paint. Anyway, so now we have that available to us. We're not going to be using these at all. What the hell already got baked? Hold on. That's looking pretty good, actually. But alright, let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to bake the maps out one at a time, alright? One at a time, and just so my computer doesn't blow itself up on me. This honestly could be a longer stream because this is literally just waiting around for this stuff to happen. For this shit to fucking work. So, let's watch this in action. I'm not gonna be able to do anything else on my computer while this thing is doing this. So, unfortunately, I know I said that I would work on a Stork Frost staff, but my computer will blow itself up if I do anything else other than stream and bake. But yeah. Which, by the way, that is the new model, by the way. The next model is going to be a Frost Stork Scepter. That is the new model. We'll take a break from characters. We'll work on an actual weapon. Get to a finished position. And yeah, I think Ice would be a lot fun to model because it's Ice. I'd be able to use a lot of I'll be able to use, like, call it opacity, you know, a lot of maybe some emissive maps, a little touch of emissive maps. Not a whole ass fucking glowing ice cube, but something cool. I don't know. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. And I plan on making most of the VFX, by the way, out of 3D meshes, by the way. Primarily because I think it will look a little bit better like that. Plus, I can go into, you call it Unreal Engine, do the, what do you call it, Niagara, whatever hell it is. There's tools on Unreal Engine to modify it. Anyway, so this is what we are doing. We're just baking. This is kind of why I love 3D modeling, by the way. Apart from, like, all of the, like, long processes and whatnot and all this, apart from the insanely long processes throughout all of this is my favorite part because all I got to do is just sit back and watch this thing blow up. But yeah. So this is going to take a little bit of time. But I guess while this thing is going, I will close the stream out. So, I'm going to say this. Thank you to everyone who lurked in the chat. Thank you to everyone who followed. Thank you to everyone who follows in the future. I'm glad to have everyone who followed and who is still following. I'm happy that all of them gets to be part of this community, because we're going to make some amazing stuff here. Alright? We are going to be making a lot of cool stuff here, alright? And when this game comes out, don't think I'm gonna stop streaming the game, and the process of making the game is still gonna go on. You know, once we get past that portion, it'll literally just be us working on the next bit of content for the game, like literally. Anyway, if anyone wants to go back and see how it got to this point, I have all of the previous streams uploaded onto 3D Sandwich VODs. What else? Yeah, because, like, I don't know. I just noticed that, like, Twitch only keeps, like, a month or, 2 weeks of, like, past streams. So if you want to look at how it got to this point, you can go to the 3D Sandwich VODs and go look at the past streams. If you have any suggestions on what you would like to have me work on next, I can't do special requests of, like, if someone asks me, hey, can you work on a Godzilla, Spider-Man, Batman hybrid? I ain't doing that. But if you say, can we dive into environments, or, vegetation, or rigging, UVing, high poly, ZBrush, Maya, whatever, I'll be happy to go over it in the next stream, or whenever I can in the next stream, or in a stream, and we will work out how the hell the process works. Because the truth is, with all of my projects that I have, all of my assets that I have to make for this game, essentially, I have projects that of course have that vary in progress. I have some models that I'm on the UVing work for, some models that I'm on the rigging work for, some models where I'm just on getting to the texturing process, like this guy right here. And I don't mind at all going over or rehashing an old thing that an old system, basically. So just because I covered I covered baking in this stream doesn't mean I'm not gonna do it again, or I wouldn't do it again. All right, if anyone wants me to recover it, I'll do it. All right, got any questions? Don't hesitate to ask. All right. If you want, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram. I have that linked down below, or you can go to the About Me section, which is also down below too. Let's see here. What else? If you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you'll be able to see updates on when the next stream is going to happen, which is typically the same day every week, but it's just a little reminder of what the hell is happening, basically. You might even get updates of what the hell I'm going to be working on the stream. So, yeah. Anyway, I am... Let's see here. I'm gonna let this thing bake out. All right. If you see here, we are. Let's see here. Sorry for bothering you. I want to. Hold on. No, thank you. No, I am good on that. I am. Oh, not doing that. Let's see here. All right. Let's see here. Let's see here. And let's see here. I have to. Well, fuck it. I need to figure out if I can do this or not. Let's try this out. There you go. Message was deleted by the Yep. There you go. Nope. Sorry, no scams allowed in this chat, alright? Not gonna happen. No scams. None of that shit. If I see it, you're gone. Alright? Don't want none of that in this chat, alright? I only want to know about your goddamn day, motherfucker, alright? How was it? That's all I want to know. Whatever. Anyway, I will see you all tomorrow.